Seniors. 3 vegetables destroying your joints and 3 that heal them. What if the vegetables you eat every single day, the ones you've always believed were the foundation of a healthy diet, are actually speeding up the aging process in your body? I'm talking about your immune system, your brain, and even your legs. Hard to believe, right? But for many seniors, that's exactly what's happening. And the most troubling part is that most people have no idea it's going on. Before we start, later in this video, I'll share something we've been working on behind the scenes called the Vital 50 Inner Circle. If staying healthy, active, and connected after 50 matters to you, you'll definitely want to hear about it. But first, let's get into today's topic. In today's video, we're uncovering a surprising truth that may completely shift the way you think about healthy eating. Most of us were raised to believe that vegetables are always good for us, and in general, that's true. But after the age of 60, things begin to change. Blood flow slows, inflammation rises. Your body doesn't absorb nutrients quite as efficiently as it once did. And here's the catch. Certain vegetables that were once helpful can now start working against you. Some may spike your blood sugar, others may irritate your stomach lining, and a few can even damage the tiny blood vessels in your brain and legs. Over time, this leads to poor circulation, brain fog, dizziness, balance issues, and an increased risk of falls. In fact, research published in the Journal of Gerontology links specific foods, including certain vegetables, to faster declines in memory and mobility. These aren't rare or exotic foods either. Chances are, you've got some of them sitting in your kitchen right now. But don't worry, this video isn't about fear. It's about solutions. For every vegetable you may need to limit or avoid, there's another one you should absolutely add to your plate. So here's what we'll cover today. 3 vegetables seniors should be cautious with if they want to protect their brain, circulation, and mobility, and 3 vegetables that actually strengthen those same systems. This isn't about dieting fads or gimmicks. It's about using real science to make smarter choices, so you can live with energy, clarity, and confidence. So if you're eating your veggies faithfully but still feel weak, lightheaded, or forgetful, it may not be about what you're missing. Instead, it could be about what you didn't know you should stop. That's what we're here to fix. Stay tuned, because we're starting with one of the most common and most deceptive vegetables that shows up on senior dinner tables every day. Let's start with one of the most familiar foods on senior dinner plates, the white potato. Baked, fried, or mashed, white potatoes are a nostalgic favorite. They remind us of family gatherings, holiday meals, and comforting dinners. They feel cozy and safe. But here's the surprising truth. If you're over 60, this starchy staple may be quietly working against your health. The reason comes down to the glycemic index. White potatoes rank high, which means they quickly convert into sugar once inside your body. That leads to blood sugar spikes, followed by energy crashes. And with each spike and crash, your blood vessels are placed under stress. Over time, the repeated inflammation begins damaging your smallest capillaries, the ones that feed your brain, your legs, and your feet. The result? Circulation problems, numbness, cramping, balance issues, and slower nerve signals. These changes don't happen overnight, but they creep in over time until they affect your daily life. Take Harold, a 72-year-old retired truck driver. For decades, his favorite dinner side was a big serving of mashed potatoes. "I never gave them up," he said. But gradually he began noticing changes, waking up with numb, cold feet, tight knees, and feeling unsteady on stairs. He assumed it was just old age catching up with him. During a routine check, we took a closer look at his meals. The pattern was clear. Night after night of white potatoes, often topped with butter or cream, was fueling inflammation and slowing his circulation. And it wasn't just about carbs or calories. White potatoes lack protective antioxidants and phytonutrients. Their pale color signals they don't provide much defense against oxidative stress and cell damage. Add cheese, sour cream, or bacon bits on top, and things get worse. That means more salt, more saturated fat, higher blood pressure, and extra strain on the heart. But here's the good news. Harold made one simple change. He swapped mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli, a green powerhouse rich in antioxidants. Within just 2 weeks, he noticed less stiffness, better circulation, and more confidence in his step. The lesson here is powerful. Comfort food doesn't need to disappear, but it should be chosen wisely. The right foods can warm your heart and strengthen your body at the same time. So before reaching for that big serving of white potatoes, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this meal quietly weakening my legs? or helping me stand stronger. Next up is a vegetable that often carries a glowing reputation for being healthy, but in reality, it could be stirring up irritation inside your body, particularly in your joints and nerves. We're talking about the glossy, purple eggplant. On the surface, eggplants look harmless, even beautiful when grilled, roasted, or stewed. But here's the catch. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, along with white potatoes, tomatoes, and bell peppers. And while many people tolerate nightshades just fine, for adults over 60, especially those dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or nerve pain, these foods can become a hidden source of trouble. The reason lies in a natural compound called solanine. Plants produce solanine as a built-in defense against insects, but when humans consume it, solanine can irritate sensitive areas of the body, particularly joints already at risk. Over time, this low-grade irritation builds up. It doesn't announce itself dramatically. It creeps in subtly, showing up as morning stiffness, swollen joints, heavy legs, or difficulty climbing stairs. Your body may feel sluggish, not because you're weak, but because of lingering inflammation in your joints, blood vessels, muscles, and nerves. And here's where it becomes concerning. Solanine can also interfere with nerve signaling, slowing down the messages traveling from your brain to your legs. That means slower reactions, poorer balance, and a greater risk of stumbles or falls. Over time, the frustration isn't just physical, it becomes emotional too. You may start avoiding stairs, skipping social events, or hesitating to go out simply because you're worried your body won't keep up. But here's the encouraging news. You don't have to cut out all nightshades. Instead, try removing eggplant from your meals for a couple of weeks if you're struggling with stiffness or nerve discomfort. Notice how your body feels. If your balance improves, your energy rises, and your joints feel freer, you may have identified a trigger that was quietly holding you back. And the best part? There are plenty of delicious alternatives. Leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower and bok choy, zucchini, and carrots are all excellent choices that nourish your body without the risk of hidden irritation. This isn't about restriction, it's about precision. Choosing the right vegetables can reduce inflammation, restore your mobility, sharpen your clarity, and keep you connected to the active, vibrant life you love. Next on our list is another nightshade vegetable that might be quietly wearing you down, even though it looks perfectly healthy on the outside. We're talking about the green bell pepper. Crisp, colorful, and commonly tossed into salads, stir-fries, and wraps, green bell peppers seem like the perfect choice for a healthy meal. But for many seniors, especially those struggling with joint pain, nerve discomfort, or digestive issues, this vegetable can cause more trouble than it's worth. The reason lies in something called lectins. Lectins are natural plant proteins. They serve an important role for the plant itself, acting as a built-in defense mechanism against insects and animals. But when it comes to the human body, especially an aging body, lectins can become problematic. Here's how it works. Lectins stick to the lining of your stomach, where they can irritate the gut wall and interfere with nutrient absorption. Over time, this irritation creates tiny gaps in the intestinal barrier, allowing unwanted particles to slip into your bloodstream. Your immune system sees these particles as invaders and responds with low-grade inflammation. This condition, often referred to as leaky gut, can flare up in the joints and nerves, leaving you with stiffness, swelling, or nagging discomfort. The tricky part is that inflammation develops slowly and quietly. At first, it might just feel like stiff ankles in the morning, a little bloating, or feeling slightly off balance. But the effects compound over time, and many people mistake it for nothing more than normal aging. Here's something surprising. Green bell peppers aren't even fully ripe. They're simply red, yellow, or orange peppers harvested early. And compared to their ripe counterparts, green peppers contain fewer protective nutrients and often cause more irritation, especially for those with sensitive digestion or achy joints. Cooking can help reduce lectins slightly, but not enough to eliminate the problem, especially since green peppers are often eaten raw or only lightly cooked. So, do you need to cut them out forever? Not necessarily, but try this experiment. Avoid green peppers for 2 to 3 weeks. Pay attention to how you feel. Notice if your digestion improves, if joint stiffness eases, or if your balance feels steadier. Those subtle changes are your body's feedback, and the good news is you don't need to give up bell peppers entirely. Red, yellow, and orange peppers are naturally sweeter, packed with more vitamin C and beta-carotene, and lower in lectins. They're easier on your body while still giving you all the flavor and crunch you love. The takeaway is simple. Don't be afraid of food. Just learn how your body responds to it. That's the key to eating smarter, staying mobile, and living with energy well into your senior years. Next, let's turn our attention to vegetables that truly support your gut, brain, and legs. And we'll start with one that's bright orange, crunchy, and surprisingly powerful, the humble carrot. At first glance, carrots might just seem like a simple side dish or a quick snack to dip in hummus. They're colorful, convenient, and easy to add to almost any meal. But here's what most people overlook. Carrots aren't just tasty. They're one of the most underrated vegetables for seniors who want to protect their vision, strengthen their legs, and keep their minds sharp. The secret lies in beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that gives carrots their signature orange color. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, which plays a critical role in protecting your eyesight, especially in low light. That's vital as we get older, since aging increases the risk of macular degeneration, a condition that damages the retina and makes it harder to read, drive, or even recognize faces. The good news? Diets rich in beta-carotene can help slow that decline, preserving independence and visual clarity for years to come. But the benefits of carrots don't stop with your eyes. They're also incredible for your circulation, nerves, and muscle function, especially in the legs and feet. Carrots are packed with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, which can otherwise damage tiny blood vessels and nerve endings. Healthier nerves mean stronger brain-to-muscle communication, steadier coordination, and a reduced risk of tripping or losing balance. That means more confidence when walking on uneven ground, climbing stairs, or simply enjoying a day out with friends. On top of that, vitamin A also strengthens your immune system, which naturally weakens with age. A stronger defense system helps you fight off illness more effectively, keeping you active and engaged in the life you love. And here's the best part. Carrots are affordable, available year-round, and incredibly easy to prepare. For maximum nutrition, steam them instead of boiling, or roast them lightly with olive oil to boost vitamin absorption. Just avoid deep frying or overcooking, since that can destroy their antioxidants. You don't need expensive superfoods to stay strong and independent. Sometimes the smartest staples are right in front of you. Carrots are one of those staples, simple, powerful, and dependable. So the next time you plan your meal, remember this. One bright orange vegetable can help protect your vision, steady your legs, strengthen your immune system, and safeguard your freedom every single day. Let's talk about one of the best vegetables for healthy aging, broccoli. It's not flashy, it's not trendy. But for seniors, broccoli is a quiet superstar, protecting your blood flow, brain, joints, and legs in powerful ways. So what makes it so effective? The secret is a natural compound called sulforaphane, found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. Sulforaphane works like a shield for your body. It supports heart and brain health, reduces cellular inflammation, and activates detoxifying enzymes that help clear out harmful compounds before they cause damage. Why does that matter? Because inflammation is a silent enemy as we age. It sneaks into every part of life, raising blood pressure, clouding memory, stiffening joints, and leaving muscles fatigued. Sulforaphane helps slow those processes, keeping your body resilient. And broccoli isn't just about sulforaphane. It's loaded with fiber, calcium, and vitamin K, nutrients that keep digestion smooth, blood vessels flexible, and bones strong. Unlike starchy vegetables like white potatoes that spike blood sugar and strain circulation, broccoli helps stabilize your system, giving your body balance and strength. Consider Harold, a 72-year-old retired truck driver. For years, mashed potatoes were his nightly comfort food. But he made a small change. He swapped his potatoes for a cup of steamed broccoli. At first, he didn't expect much. But within 2 weeks, Harold noticed real differences. More steady energy throughout the day, less swelling in his legs, and stronger, more stable knees. "I don't fear the stairs anymore," he said with a smile. That's the power of choosing the right vegetable. And broccoli's benefits go beyond circulation and joints. Thanks to its antioxidants and folate, broccoli also sharpens the mind. It improves reflexes, supports quicker nerve transmissions, fights oxidative stress, and helps reduce brain fog. With better communication between the brain and muscles, coordination improves and confidence grows. It's not just about what broccoli gives you, it's also about what it helps you avoid. Stable blood sugar means fewer crashes. Reduced inflammation means a healthier heart. Better digestion means more efficient nutrient absorption. The key is how you prepare it. Long boiling destroys sulforaphane. For maximum benefit, lightly steam broccoli or sauté it with a little olive oil to preserve its nutrients and flavor. That one simple swap changed Harold's daily life. Walking, standing, even thinking all felt stronger. No pills, no supplements, just a vegetable and a fork. So if you want better circulation, clearer thinking, and lasting vitality, start with broccoli. Next up is a leafy green that keeps your legs light, sharpens your vision, and fuels your brain: spinach. Spinach has always had a reputation for being healthy, but if you're over 60, it's more than just a good choice, it's a smart one. That's because spinach directly addresses three of the biggest challenges of aging: slower muscle response, reduced circulation, and declining brain function. So, what makes it so powerful? The answer is organic nitrates, naturally found in abundance in spinach. Once inside your body, these compounds help relax and widen blood vessels. The result is improved circulation, especially to the brain and legs. And with stronger circulation comes more oxygen delivery, which means stronger muscles, quicker reflexes, sharper focus, and smoother movement. That's important because many falls don't start with weak legs. They start with slow signals. If your brain isn't communicating quickly enough with your muscles, even a small step can become dangerous. Spinach helps restore that connection, supporting safe, steady, and confident mobility. But spinach doesn't stop at circulation. It's also rich in two special antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin, that specifically protect your eyesight. These compounds guard the macula, the central part of your retina responsible for detailed vision. As we age, macular degeneration becomes a serious threat, making it harder to read, drive, recognize faces, or walk confidently. Spinach helps preserve that clarity, keeping you independent and engaged in the world around you. On top of that, spinach supplies vitamin K for bone strength, magnesium for emotional balance, and folate for nerve and brain health. That means it not only helps you move better, but also helps you feel better. Now, let's talk preparation. Boiling spinach for too long is a mistake. It strips away valuable nutrients. A smarter option is to add raw spinach to smoothies or lightly sauté it in olive oil. These methods help preserve antioxidants and increase the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. And here's the good news: you don't need to eat pounds of it. Just one small handful of spinach a day is enough to boost circulation, improve coordination, and sharpen brain function. So the next time you see spinach, don't dismiss it as just another leafy green. Think of it as fuel for independence, protecting your memory, your balance, your vision, and your freedom. Best of all, it's affordable, available year-round, and incredibly versatile. Now let's bring everything together and show how, one bite at a time, the right vegetables can quietly protect your future. Over the past few minutes, we've explored the everyday veggies that can either help or harm you after 60. Some gradually weaken your memory, balance, and circulation, while others act as powerful protectors of your health. Let's quickly review. First, the vegetables you should avoid. White potatoes, delicious but dangerous. They spike blood sugar, reduce circulation, and trigger inflammation. Eggplant, because of its solanine content, can irritate nerves, stiffen joints, and slow coordination. And green bell peppers, loaded with lectins that disrupt digestion and cause irritation. Now for the vegetables you should welcome into your meals more often. Carrots, these support brain clarity, sharpen eyesight, and improve nerve connections. Broccoli stabilizes blood sugar, strengthens bones, and lowers inflammation. Spinach protects your vision, improves circulation, and enhances reflexes. Each of these choices may seem small, but together they shape your independence, mental sharpness, and mobility as you age. And if you're thinking, well, it's too late for me, let me remind you of Harold. He's 72, a retired truck driver who ate mashed potatoes every night. His knees were stiff, his balance shaky, and he assumed that was just the price of aging. But then he made one simple switch. He replaced his nightly potatoes with broccoli and began adding spinach and carrots to his lunches. Within weeks, his energy returned, his knees felt stronger, and he moved with greater confidence. He wasn't just feeling better, he was living better. That's the true power of small, science-backed changes. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need a complicated diet plan. What you do need is consistency and clarity. Every bite is like casting a vote. You're either voting for strength, vitality, and independence, or for weakness, inflammation, and decline. And here's the good news. You get to vote every single day. Your body is always listening to the choices you make. Each time you reach for the right vegetable, you're sending a clear message, one that says you want energy, stability, and freedom. So remember, you're never stuck. Your body is ready to respond. All it takes is one smart decision at a time. So, if you found today's tips helpful, and you're someone who wants a bit more support, not just videos like this, but real guidance, motivation, and a place to connect, then I'd love to invite you to check out something we've built called the Vital 50 Inner Circle. It's a private community for folks over 50 where we share easy workout routines, healthy, simple recipes, wellness tips, weekly inspiration, live calls with a personal trainer, and a place to connect with others on the same path. It's not for everyone, but if you're ready to take your health seriously and want to feel your best in this next chapter, tap the link below to see what it's all about. Hope to see you in there.